This is Jason Lee with NextLevelGuitar.com, and I'm back with the Digitech JamMan. It's more than just a jam tool. If you think about it, by the time you can end up importing WAV files, extending the time, there's a lot more you can do. One thing I do live with it is while we're setting up at shows, I actually end up playing movie samples, so it creates a certain ambiance. If we've got a band playing before us and they kind of end up finishing and it's kind of a dry set, it's kind of neat to actually play either verbal samples from a horror movie or something. But it's cool. It creates a good ambiance, and that's just another extra thing you can end up doing with the JamMan. It's a really great tool to capture song ideas, transfer files, import WAV files. So let's say if you've got a buddy that's working on a song and he lives in another state, he can actually email that to you in a sense. You could put that right to your desktop and put it into this, and that way you've got it actually in a portable tool that you can take with you at the same quality that the computer's going to have. This way, if you meet up with your buddy, you already know his song perfectly, and it's all from the JamMan. This is our loop level, so what that means is when the actual loop is playing back, that's the overall level that you're going to be playing your mix through. Right here is your rhythm level. This unit does have a guide rhythm, which is pretty much like a kick drum pounding, in a 4/4 manner. This is right here is going to be our scroll wheel, so this is going to scroll through our banks right here, and this is going to be our microphone level. This is going to be our instrument level. Here is just pretty much our exit knob, our exit button, store. This is going to be if you want to actually loop it, or if you want it to be a single, just end up hitting this and it'll actually be a single loop, which means if you play a 4-minute progression, it'll play that 4-minute progression one more time and then stop. Here's a tap tempo, so if you are working with a certain beat and you want to use that kick drum like I explained a minute ago, you can actually just tap that. And this is an auto record. So the auto record, you just set it, and the minute you start playing, it actually starts recording the unit. And then this is just a record mode. So on the left hand side, it'll say instrument mic, aux inputs, minus the center, or you can actually filter or full range on the amp, which means pretty much wide open. 2 inputs, which is the best part. If you look at the comparable unit on the market, which would be Boss's RC20 XL, it actually only gives you a 1/4 inch input for the microphone, which you have to adapt. This gives you a real XLR, which is really nice for miking an amp too. So you've got a separate 1/4 inch for the input for your guitar, and then for your XLR or microphone input, they actually give you an XLR connection, which is really cool. This is an aux input right here, which is a small 1/8 inch input. Really cool for plugging, let's say, an iPod or a CD player into. So if you've got something on the iPod that you want to jam to, you can actually just load this into here for 5 whole minutes, play it back, and jam along to that. Next to that's going to be the actual main output, which is just going to be a mono output. Your inputs are mono, so is your output, but your 1/4 inch and your XLR do mix down to that one output. And then next to it, you actually have the foot switch. This can take what's called an FS3X foot switch, and it's a 3-button. What that's going to do is actually let you change your banks up and down in real time live. So instead of having to use the scroll wheel up here, you can actually just go up and down, and the 3rd button is going to actually create your mode, whether it's record, play, or overdub. Really, I think the foot switch is a great idea if you do want to use it for the up and down bank features. 2 other features that are really neat about this unit that a lot of other loopers don't have. This is the best part about it, I think, the USB. You can actually import WAV files into this unit. So even if you don't want to deal with the whole iPod thing, you can literally just drag it to your desktop, and then once you plug this in, this will actually come in as an external drive. And the cool part is you can just drag and drop it into there. Another neat feature that I want to show you, which is our last feature, one of the neatest parts, is actually this takes a compact flash card. So the cool thing about this is this actually slides out. This actually has a guard that's screwed on it right now, but you can take it out and you can go to any Fry's and get an extended card for much more length. The unit already has 24 minutes total of recording time, which is a really long time. If you think of if you're playing it in musical terms, a verse is probably only going to be 8 seconds on average, and if you're looping that, let's say times 3, well, that's only 24 seconds that you're looping all the time. Even if you save that, you're only using 24 seconds of its initial 24 minutes of time. But the nice part is if you end up going to a 2 gig card, which is pretty cheap in an electronics store, you're going to get 6.5 hours of recording time. So now you pretty much have a tool that if you have any ideas at home, you can just plug it into it, jam it, and then save it, and then put it away, and then work on it as a song later on too. Right now we have the unit powered up, and the nice thing that I do like about this unit over other units is this does give you a scroll wheel. So if you watch, we can actually change through the numbers right now. So right now I'm in the mid banks right now, we're back at 1, but this does go up to 99 banks, and that's probably one of the neatest features of this unit itself. With the digital banks, it makes it a lot easier to remember where you're at. And it does give you a display right here when you're on a solid loop. So I'll just find something that I've got in my personal collection right here, and you can kind of watch right there the green light on the loop actually lights up once you go to something that's already been pre-recorded and saved on the unit. It's a very simple process. Everything's pretty much done with the left foot switch. A lot of people think that you have to end up hitting two at once or holding one or doing one with the other. It's very easy. We'll find a blank bank right now. So we'll keep going up away from my banks. There, we're on bank 18. No one's used that yet. And pretty much everything that I'm going to show you right now is going to be done with this foot switch. We're not even going to be using this right now. So watch as I hit it as if we're recording it. And our actual record light, which is right here, is going to turn on. So there goes the actual red light. Let's say we're recording right now. We're jamming. We're rocking out. Now all I'm going to do is instantly hit this, and it's going to play it from the point from where I'm playing last. So let's say if you're doing a 3-chord progression, you're going to want to end on the last chord before you start over your next progression. So let's say we're doing that right now, and we actually hit that. So now if you look at the light that's in the middle, that's actually playing now. So now that that phrase is actually playing, we can let that play through, and there's different things you can actually do with that. You can either play over your original one, or if you want to overdub, we're going to use the same thing and literally repeat the process. So without even having to stop it or clear it, we're going to keep using this pedal right here. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to hit this as if it's going to play, but it's actually going to record an overdub. So same thing, we're going to hit it right now, and that's actually going to end up recording our overdub while the original recording is actually playing. So we're going to do the same thing, we're going to hit it again, and it's going to play both of them. So while you see the overdub light on, we're going to hit this one more time, and then now it's gone back to play. There's one more feature I do want to show you just with doing this foot switch right here, and it's very easy to do. Let's say now we're at one original recording and one overdub. So now what we're going to do is actually end up holding this. So without hitting it, we're literally just going to hold it, and you're going to watch the overdub light actually flash. So watch this for a split second. While I hold this, we're going to take off that second overdub in real time. So now you see the orange light blinking, and our overdub is off. What this really is what I'm hitting at is that you can actually end up endlessly doing one original recording and keep recording overdubs and taking them off, going up to 4 overdubs and just keep dropping them down. So that way in real time, if you're playing somewhere for a long night, you can actually just keep going off the original rhythm, say with a drummer and a bassist, and then just keep dropping them back down all the way till it's clear. Obviously the other pedal is going to be our stop and our clear button, and that's pretty easy. Just stop it, and if you hold it, it'll clear your whole thing completely. Alright, right now we're going to pretty much do a 3-chord practice loop. I've got our Digitech JamMan pedal set very standard. It's going to be for a standard loop, not a single time. And we're pretty much going to remember that we've got to end our progression on that 3rd chord. We don't want to start on the first one, because once we play that, that's what's going to be playing first. We're going to play a pretty simple progression with like a barred D minor to a G to a barred A. So let's try that right now. You can see what I'm kind of doing with my foot. And let's start that right now. So now I've got it stopped right now, but you're pretty much going to watch how I'm doing everything with this left switch. So let's try that right now. Actually heard that that's the JamMan repeating, and we pretty much did everything with our left foot. So now we still have our original recording that you just saw on the floor in the pedal pretty much saved on standby. I haven't hit the store button yet, because this way if I want to clear it I can, but now we're pretty much just going to jam. I want to show you that it's a very simple pedal to use. At the same time, while using our left foot or our left pedal, we're just going to play it again and pretty much play along in the key of D. So let's try that right now. You're going to watch me on the guitar. I'm just going to play it and then just, in a sense, just kind of wing it and jam along. So here we go. So right there you can actually see it's a really fun unit. let alone that you just get to sit there and jam. It's actually a really good tool to actually teach yourself guitar. Thanks again for checking out my lesson on the Digitech JamMan. This has been Jason Lee with nextlevelguitar.com. Stay tuned for more videos, and remember, if you do pick up a looping unit, there's a lot of vast possibilities that you can do with this unit. Don't ever let anybody tell you what that unit can only do, because with all the pedals out there and everything else you can do, unlimited possibilities. See you in the next lesson.